So you read the book. It'll be out September 8th. And every 20 pages that you read, you log into a website, level26.com, enter a code, and you watch a piece of 3-minute footage which bridges you from one chapter to another. And there's 20 speed bumps in the book. So sometimes it's a love scene, a horror scene, CSI scene, a music video. Sometimes if you call the killer, he actually calls your phone back. It's interactive like that. So by doing it, and also if you want to read the book cover to cover, obviously there's no problem. It'll read like a traditional book. But if you want to read it and log in, it's the best experience. It'll be available on the iPhone and the iTouch, and available on September 8th in hardback form. So what is level 26? What does that mean? Well, there are 25 levels of serial killer. Level 1 is just a crazy guy who kills his wife. Level 25 is someone like Charles Manson. So we decided to unlock and do level 26, which is the next level of fear. This is my forensic-proof body condom villain. Now, where's this latex suit? His name's Squeagle. He got that name because he hacked a woman to death in a car wash, and he was hiding in the trunk. He's a contortionist, so he curled himself up into a round tire. And when he killed her and the car stopped, there was a 3-year-old in the back, and all he kept saying was, Squeagle, Squeagle. And what he heard was of the windshield wipers, and he got the name Squeagle. I don't know where it came from, it just kind of popped into my head. And he was born about 7 years ago in my mind in the shower. And I wanted to... my wife's very scared of me now for what's coming out. But I wanted to create somebody who's really, really elusive, and actually the actor playing Squeagle is Daniel Browning-Smith, who holds the world record for the world's most flexible man. Obviously you can see from some of the footage why he's done that. So in order to pull off this convergent experience of publishing through Dutton, who's been amazing, and also motion picture and website, we had to make sure we have great people involved in the project. And we have Miles and Greg from Equal are building the website, level26.com. We just launched at ComicCon as of yesterday, so please join and be part of that. And that's pretty much the experience of what the digital novel is. It came out of me while I was on the set of Terminator Salvation. I was the on-set writer for that movie for half the movie. And in case you didn't know that when Christian Bale freaked out, I was the guy on set who wrote the scene. Yeah, remix, all about me. I have detailed stories after the battle. But that's how level 26 was born. Sort of like coming from Las Vegas and being an only child from Vegas and working on a tram 15 years ago, driving a little green trolley back and forth from Mirage to Treasure Island, and then writing one TV script of CSI and having it become a success. My therapist has said to me that I have a lot of arrested development and a lot of issues. So I decided to put those issues in the most ferocious book there is. Steve Dark, who plays an ex-Quantico CSI for Special Circumstances. Special Circumstances is a division in Quantico that handles all of the most horrific crimes you could possibly think of that you don't quite hear on CSI. I don't quite hear them in the movies or also in television. So he is an ex-Quantico CSI who's retired, but once Squeagle's killed over 20 people, and he actually killed Steve Dark's entire family, which caused him into retirement. In this book, what happens is Squeagle actually shows up inside of his house with his pregnant wife, so he's forced to come back in and catch Squeagle once and for all, and hence Dark Origins, meaning Dark Beginnings, begins. So that's kind of the one-liner of the project. We're going to hand it over to next to Miles and Greg over to We'll tell you about the social networking component of the project. Then we'll talk to Mark. We'll read a sample page from the book, and we'll show a sample bridge, and then we'll open up for Q&A at the very end. Thank you very much for coming, and appreciate your support.